C to the Canada had their elections this week, and Pierre Poilievre, who we've covered greatly, he's a conservative leader over there in Canada. A lot of people were thinking he was going to be the prime minister. In fact, at one point, Polymarket had him at like close to 90% favorability to be the next prime minister of Canada. And it was like watching the Atlanta Falcons up 28-3 in the Super Bowl in the third quarter blow that lead, the way this guy pissed down his leg. You got a guy named Mark Carney takes over for Justin Trudeau. He decides to make his entire campaign about how they're going to fight back against Trump. And Canada, who was sick of the liberal policies, and every poll showed they were sick of the liberal policies, voted for him because Pierre Poilievre came off as a feckless, spineless loser with his tail between his legs. He came off as a politician. As a politician, not a change agent. That's the big critique with him. Those are the words that have been used. Change agent. In fact, Poilievre even lost his own seat in the Canadian House there. So, excuse me. They've blamed everybody but themselves for this. They've blamed Trump. They've blamed the liberals. They need to blame themselves. Poilievre refused to take any chances. I don't understand how anyone can watch what happened in America just a couple of months ago. Can watch what's happening, what's worked down with Bukele down in El Salvador. Watch what's worked with Javier Milei down in Argentina. Watch what Giorgia Meloni did over in Italy. And of course, like I said, what Donald Trump did here in the United States, and go, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Do you want to change something, or do you want to be just another run-of-the-mill establishment politician who gets nothing done? Because right now, Pierre Poilievre, as much as we liked him earlier on with the pussy-footed tail between his legs campaign that he ran up in Canada, he's their Mitt Romney. You're the guy who refused to take any chances because you didn't want to ruffle any feathers, wouldn't go on any of the podcasts. You would only do mainstream media interviews, even though it worked for everyone who did it down here. And that's part of why you lost. You had Trudeau, who was heavily unliked. His policies, which were wildly unpopular up there. And instead of running against them, all you did was try to distance yourself from Donald Trump. And Mark Carney, and the second Carney went and got into contact with Trump to make it look like he was a negotiator, because that's what they're freaking out about up there in Canada, is Donald Trump and America and the tariffs. And Carney is trying to run on uniting Canada against the United States. Well, I hate to break it to you, that's not going to end well for the Canadian people, but they liked the rallying cry. So they had Poilievre, who was too scared. He just sat there and basically pissed his pants and was too scared to lean too hard into either direction. Now he's going to screw. Now Carney's going to be able to take over and continue to push these socialist bullshit policies. And the whole country's screwed because he ran his campaign like a coward. And they're all going to pay the price for it up in Canada. And I don't know how things are going to go here. Honestly. So I'm split on this. Because I would like to see conservatism spread throughout the world. I would like to see Canada take a hard right turn. But when Trudeau was looking like he was going to be the guy for the Liberals up in Canada, I was almost kind of hoping Trudeau won. Because Trudeau's a feckless prick, and I at least had somewhat respected Poilievre at that point in time. Well, you know what you're getting with Trudeau. Trudeau is easy to bully. He might talk a big game, but nobody takes him seriously. Mark Carney, different animal. Remember what I said about the devil you know versus the devil you don't? That's kind of what you're dealing with here. Mark Carney is a lot more of a strongman image. People respect him more. He's, believe it or not, even further to the left than Trudeau. This is not the guy we want to be dealing with right now, and he appears to be building his entire political brand on being anti-American. That's not good to have directly to the north of us. And then we've got a full-blown communist running the country in Mexico directly to the south of us. That's not a good position to be in. Our allies are trending the wrong directions.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.